Hi, I'm Young Nguyen.
Jenny Brown.
We're from the
Property Investing Formula.
And today I'm actually sitting with the Queen of Leverage.
Leverage.
So today's topic is actually about leverage, and I know a few of the tips we've given so far maybe or maybe not be directly related to property, but this one is definitely related to property in many areas of your life. So Jenny, you want to take it away, being the Queen of Leverage?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you a quick little funny story.
Go for it.
When I was 20, I bought my first house, all right? And I needed to get rid of the chimney, which was a brick chimney in the kitchen. It had one of those really old-fashioned wooden stoves. Anyway, so I got on top of the roof, and I've got my little hammer, mallet. I was only little then, and I'm 20 and skinny and all the rest of it. And I'm up on there, and I'm doing the girl thing, knocking a brick off one at a time, and slogging it a bit. And two boys came walking down the road, two of my school friends. I'm 20, so we've all grown up a bit, and they're good-looking young men and with quite a bit of muscle and all the rest of it. And as boys do, they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm knocking down this chimney." And then I got really smart and I went, "Want to have a go?" Yeah, and so they got up there and they knocked that chimney down so fast. Now, if it had been just me, it would have taken me a long time, but with the extra help, so having that team and also having people that were much more equipped physically and probably mentally, because they had a wonderful time destroying this chimney. I was able to knock it down really, really fast. And I think for me, that was probably my first really clear lesson in leverage. And I'm not saying get the local lads to knock down your chimney, and let me be very clear, you should never abuse the skills of somebody else. So I want to be really clear on that. But what I did there was I leveraged the ability of someone else who was much more equipped to do the job in hand than I was. And I took that lesson, which was my first property investing deal too, by the way, was a reno. I took that lesson into everything I've done ever since. And so, leverage is about finding the people who are really equipped and skilled in the areas that you perhaps aren't, and using their knowledge, their ability, their skills, whatever it is that they have that you don't, pay them for it, do a contra deal, whatever it is, but leverage off their abilities. Just like, young people leverage off us because we have all this knowledge and information and contacts and, all this ability in property investing. People who are smart, they hire us and they pay us to mentor them, or they come to our seminars and things like that. That's leverage. It's like taking advantage of someone else's knowledge and skills to enable you to move much quicker through what you're doing. So that's my little story about leverage, and I think that's why they call me the Queen of Leverage, because that's when I got it, and I was 20 years old, and I've been using that skill of leverage ever since.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't say I'm quite the king of leverage. However, my wife definitely says that I love to delegate, and I'm really good at delegating things.
Which I think makes you the king of leverage.
That's all right. I'm not after that title. It's all good. Thank you. However, the thing about life is that you've only got so many hours in the day, and you've only also not just time but energy. You've only got so much energy in the day, and I find myself is the mornings are the best time for me to get the most done. And so my point in all that is that you've got to find people who are good at what they're doing, and if you don't have those skills, to work with them, to let them to do what they love to do. And I'll give an example. My dad would call him Mr. Fix-It, and he just loves fixing things, whether it's sheds and breaking, chopping down trees and taking rubbish. He just loves it. So any time I've got a job that I'm too busy to do, I don't want to do, I say, "Dad, you want to do it?" And he'll say, "Yep, great," and he'll do it, and he'll absolutely be passionate about it. So if I could say one of the things that I love about what I do is I like to find people who are good at what they do, love what they do, and get to work with them so that we both make money, and it's a great opportunity, and life's great.
Absolutely. So the tip here is leverage.
Yeah, absolutely, leverage. And you can get more out of your life doing less of what you're doing and get other people to do more of what you want them to do, and life's good.
Life is good.
Catch you next time. This is Young Nguyen.
Jenny Brown.
Property Investing Formula.
Check out our website.
Catch you later.
Bye.